Hey everyone, welcome to Tap In Golf.
Today we're going to be talking about a shot that most amateurs struggle with, but it shouldn't be that hard: chipping. Hey everybody, how many times during a round do you end up right next to the green like this, just enough grass that you need to fly it over, you can't putt this one? What do? Kenny? You pull out the lob wedge, grab the 56. One of the two. You take your most lofted club and you try and hit a shot that you see Tiger Woods or Rory or whoever hit on Sundays, where they put it high in the air and they stop it right next to the hole. Well, let's see what happens when you try and do that and you're an amateur golfer. Chunked it. So what do you guys do at home? Typically, you're going to be chunking it, you're going to be thinning it, and that's because that is the wrong club to be using for this shot. First things first, instead of using a lob wedge or a 56, let me take that, sir. The lowest lofted club you're going to want to use is not that one, is your pitching wedge. And that's going to be for your shorter chip shots, like this one right here. You just got to get over this grass, you got a little bit of green, and you want to roll it right up there. So what we're going to do is, for your chip shot, we're going to set you up. We want the ball a little bit back in your stance. We want your weight forward, and it's just going to be a putting stroke. So let's get Kenny set up here. So I like to think of this as when you're hitting this shot, you know, when you learn your driver, everybody will tell you you want that ball just off your front foot. While I'm hitting a chip shot, I actually like to have it almost the same thing, but just off your back foot on the inside. So that's a good starting point for me. So as you can see, it's just off his back foot. For your stance, you can have it a little bit open if you want. If that's comfortable to you, that's okay. You see his hands are leading, and basically from here, I mean, it's just a putting stroke. Look at that roll out. The distance control is perfect. He pulled it just a little bit, but you'll get that same consistent distance every single time if you do this. Again, back of the stance, putting stroke, weight forward, hands forward. Nice. One more.
Go in.
And that's what we're going for. That is consistency. So let's go ahead, we'll rack these balls up again, and I'll teach you how to go at a longer distance. All right, so we saw him hit very consistently at the shorter distance, and I know what you're thinking. That's a short shot, that's easy. Well, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move it back a little bit. As you can see, there's several different flags out here. We're gonna pick a deeper one. The second one off here to the left, kind of halfway across the green, is where we're gonna be shooting at here. And what do you think you would do in order to hit this shot? I know what you're thinking, you hit it harder. Well, you're wrong. You're not gonna do that. Instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna change clubs. So, give me this pitching wedge, gone. Instead, we're gonna switch over to a 7-iron. So everything stays exactly the same here. You're gonna want the ball back in your stance, just off that back foot. Your hands are gonna lead. Slightly open stance if you're comfortable that way, and it's just a putting stroke. That's how it's done. I mean, you do that every time, you're getting way more tap-ins, I'll tell you that. Let's go ahead and hit one more. And if you're hitting like that, I mean, what more can you ask for? That's way more consistent than a 56 or a lob wedge. So let's take this one step further. We're gonna up the distance, and I'm gonna show you how to hit this all the way across the green. Okay, so we've seen Kenny hit his pitching wedge for the short shot, his 7-iron for the mid-range shot, and now we're gonna have a shot where you have to go all the way across the green, but you wanna get it there. And what do you guys not wanna do? I'm sure you've caught on so far. What are we not gonna do here? We're not gonna hit it harder. Instead, we're gonna change clubs, and that's gonna make it so that we can get it all the way across the green. So give me that. For this one, we're bumping all the way up to a hybrid. So this green, I don't know if you can see it from there. It does have a little bit of a ridge, and this is pretty much all the way across it. So he's got to give this, if he was doing a 7-iron or a pitching wedge, he'd have to give it a lot of power in order for it to get over there. Instead, we're going to give him the hybrid, and we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing. Back in your stance, A little bit opened up. You got your hands forward, we got your weight forward, and it's just gonna be a nice, easy punch stroke. No extra frills, no hinge, none of that. Just tapping it. And I mean, that lipped the cup, so either I'm a really good teacher or I'm a really good teacher.
I could be a really good player. All right, guys, had some fun hitting some chip shots today.
Absolutely. You guys know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. We'll see you soon. Tap in, out.
Oh no, I'm recording.
Why are you filming yourself? Oops. Because we're gonna have you. There you go. There's another thin one. So
That one almost went in though.
we're teaching you to be good. We don't want you to be lucky.